Hi guys, it's been a while, but I'm back to talk about something a little bit different. Excuse the light. It's about to be that sunset time of the day and I'm trying to make the light work for me because I really wanted to film today, but we're gonna make it work. I think I still look all right, but I want to talk about 30 days of yoga with Adriene. So at the beginning of the year, actually before the beginning of the year, I had started a 30-day challenge with Adriene called True. So, use your fingers and your noggin, type this into YouTube and check out Yoga with Adriene. So I had done a 30-day challenge with 30-day yoga challenge with Adriene before. And I completed all 30 consecutive days. I think the one that I did all the way through was Revolution. And I also did True, which I broke up over like a long time. It took more than a month, but I completed the challenge, but I didn't do it in the 30 consecutive days. So I was gonna restart True, and I started it. I was on day 3 when I checked onto YouTube, and on the 1st of January, I believe, if not the 2nd, she posted a new 30-day challenge. So this challenge was my first time actually going through the motions with her as the videos came out day to day. And I completed the 30 days, I think 2 days ago. Right now it is the 2nd of February, so I finished the challenge about 3 days ago, and I just wanted to talk about it, talk about Yoga with Adriene, suggest her to anybody that might be watching my channel. So yeah. So, Adriene, I found Adriene on YouTube years ago. I want to guess about 4 or 5 years ago. And it was my first introduction to yoga at all, along with, online yoga. So I was like really excited because I'm just like, okay, this is something that I can follow. I can tell by, I think I could tell just by the duration of the videos and by the way that she was talking that it was just something that I would be able to follow and that it wasn't going to be boring watching. So I did my first Yoga with Adriene, like I said, about 4 or 5 years ago, and I fell in love after the first video. I think this is just the common theme of yoga because I don't understand how it would work any other way, but Adriene had a really good grasp on breaking down exactly how a position is supposed to feel like in your body. Like she just makes it so like, oh, this is what my insides are supposed to feel like. And I fell in love with that, like just the way that she was able to just explain exactly how my arm is supposed to be feeling, exactly how my neck is supposed to be feeling. Like she just knew. I felt like she just knew me. And from then on, I've been hooked. So my first 30-day challenge, it was a challenge, but I got through it, and 30 consecutive days really made me feel super powerful and super strong. And that was about, that was the last year. So this year, I'm going through my phases. Y'all, the light's changing. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm going through my phases, and I was just like, I need something to ground me coming into this new year, something tangible that I can accomplish, because right now just feeling a little iffy. So I was just like, I need something that I can grasp onto. So the 30 days when that came out, I was just like, what? I was so happy. I literally sent the video to about 30 girls on my phone, like my best friends, and then just like a bunch of other acquaintances who I happen to have their number. I'm like, y'all, I did this before. Like that shit felt good. That shit felt really good. So I am suggesting for you guys to do this with me. To this day, I still don't know if any of my friends actually did it, but they have it in their phone to reference, if they feel like they want to get on the wagon eventually. So this series that she just did called Dedicate, her latest 30-day yoga challenge series, came out and I immediately saw a difference in between her other series, her other videos, and then this challenge specifically. The biggest one is that she shortened the videos a lot. So I would say on average, out of all the videos, like there was an average of like 20 minutes, which is the perfect time. I remember I used to dread like doing my past, and I think I said I did Revolution last time. I used to dread like going to the next video and like looking at the time to see how long the video was gonna be, the daily video. And I remember like thinking, oh my God, when I saw 40 minutes, or like, oh shit, when I saw 35 minutes. But this series, like I think the most that it's ever been like 25 minutes. So you can tell that she was really listening to what people were saying in the other ones, that like, hey, we don't have 45 minutes to dedicate, especially not daily. And I don't want to be surprised when I come to the mat, because you know, some videos would be 17 minutes long and then the other ones would be 40, which makes sense when it comes to working out exactly what she wants to work out in the yoga session. You know, sometimes like you just got to spend a little bit more time on you know, lengthening the inner thighs or whatever she wants to accomplish that day. But this time she really shortened it all and made it congested it in not a bad way. I really felt like I got my full workout every time that I stepped on the mat, and it was really easy to stay into it when the video is shorter. Like I'm not counting down in my head like, damn, how long am I gonna be on the mat? Or like, what do I have to do after like, damn, 45 minutes? Like how much time do I have to like map out to get this done? It wasn't like that this time around. And I really appreciate it, because I was super present, because I know I'm only gonna be here for about 20 minutes. I might as well lock in and get myself centered so that I can really enjoy this practice and then go on with the rest of my day no matter what I'm doing. So I can say that this time around wasn't as holistic as the last time. My diet this month has been crap. I've been going out a lot, I've been drinking a lot, and it's just like I just haven't been like the most holistically healthy. But I can say that I would have been doing all this stuff without the yoga challenge, so that just made it a little bit easier for me to just like say I'm doing something healthy and I'm doing something for myself. I'm spending time with myself this month, or coming into this new year, even if it's just 20 minutes a day. Also, before I was meditating after the practices, but I didn't meditate after these practices. Of course, I stayed on my mat just a little bit longer than the video ended, probably about a minute, just like one full minute after the session ended. And that was my meditation, just being still for one single minute. And you know, a little bit goes a long way, and I don't feel bad about that. So, the benefits of yoga with Adriene. So we have the very clear benefits, which are you just get stronger. Like you get stronger. And I think people who don't do yoga at all or have never done it really truly underestimate how much it can tone you. Like that yoga can really like physically tone you to where other people can look at you and be like, hey, you're doing something different, because it really just locks everything in. If you're looking for weight loss, you could probably get in a little weight loss, but if you're looking for fat loss or to really trim or anything, yoga is not by itself. Yoga by itself will not be enough. You'd have to like really put in good diet work and just some other things, because it'll be a combination thing that will make you lose weight. So I didn't lose any weight, especially with my outside habits, you know, this last month. But I get toned, like my arms get toned, like you can visibly see. I'm not going to show you right now because like I'm just not in the space to just be putting myself out there, you know, on the YouTube, not looking my absolute best. But your arms get toned, your abs get toned, along with your core just getting very strong. And a strong core is the foundation for just about everything else when it comes to body strengthening. That core gets so strong, and it's not like, you know, with sit-ups or anything that just makes you feel uncomfortable. Everything is supposed to feel easy and strengthening and empowering. Like every position feels empowering. When you see yourself, when you feel yourself, rather, when you feel yourself get into these positions that might scare you, but do it gracefully, because she knows how to teach grace very well. Like when you see yourself melt into these positions, just like with ease, you just feel like strong. You feel like, oh my God, yeah, I just did that shit. Like I just did that shit, bitch. Like it's really cool. And like I said, the way she talks to you, one, yes, she's really good at explaining and putting you in your place and making you feel at ease, but she's also really funny. So it feels like you're doing yoga with a friend. Like she makes that really, really easy to enjoy your experience and laugh along the way and like think of other stuff. Like I talk to my videos, like I talk to Adriene, I talk to my computer screen when I do my yoga, and I don't feel any kind of way about it because I feel like she's a friend, she's a guide. Honestly, I can't imagine a closer yoga teacher experience unless I like worked at a studio or anything, but I can't imagine like a closer bond than, you know, the one that I have with Adriene. I can't say that she has a bond with me because that would sound weird, but I do feel like she does, and I do feel like everybody has this in common where they feel like Adriene is their best friend. Like if you watch Yoga with Adriene, that's your boo, that's your bud, that's your bestie. And I understand why, but she's really my bestie, so hop off. Yoga with Adriene taught me how to love yoga and appreciate yoga in a way that I feel like I would never have if I were just doing it in classes or going to a class, because I can mess up and I can fall down on my face and I can poot and I can just be really off one day and have no judgment. So doing that at home is really nice, and I just don't want anybody talking at me and being very, very like direct. So she really taught me how to appreciate yoga. Honestly, you guys, I've only been to one yoga class ever, and I was in Guatemala at Lake Panajachel, and I went to a yoga studio or whatever, which I wasn't in the best mood for because, you know, I went through something right before I stepped into the studio, and my yoga teacher was speaking in Spanish, so I literally just knew when she said right and left in Spanish, and that was it. So I just followed along. She had a really nice voice or whatever, but I really couldn't tell what she was talking about because it was all in Spanish, and I know very, very little Spanish. So it was a good course, but like part of me was wishing like, dang, I wish I had Adriene. Like I didn't even want Adriene to be in the room with me. I just wanted to be like in my own space with Adriene on my computer because that's where I feel the most comfortable doing yoga. And I know that's not the best thing. I know I want to branch out and do yoga classes eventually. But I'm saying that to reiterate how comfortable I am with Adriene. And I know this video is really different from my previous videos. Like I'm coming with a completely different vibe, but that's just showing how multifaceted and multidimensional Black people are. And someone is vacuuming, they're being rude. Someone's vacuuming in the other room. But I strongly suggested, if you have done yoga with Adriene and you fell off, I strongly suggest hopping back on. Yoga just it just makes you feel better. It just increases your posture. It teaches you how to breathe. Like, I know how to breathe after 30 days. Like, when I'm just doing like random stuff, or when I'm at work, or when I get a little flustered, like, I know how to breathe. And that's really important for somebody who has like a little bit of social anxiety, or if you have big anxiety, just to know how to breathe and to reset yourself. That's something that everybody should know how to do. It really should be taught in school. It really should be just like a mandatory teaching of just how to move your body and feel strong and challenge yourself. But I'm not going to get into politics or anything. And people are starting to implement yoga in school, which I have read up a little bit on, which is like awesome. If you haven't watched Yoga with Adriene before, definitely hop on board. If you're looking to find a new way to exercise, to tone some muscle, if you're like at your goal, like fat content on your body, and you want to tone, yoga is definitely for you, and you'll fall in love with it. I have not ever spoken to anybody who has done yoga and wasn't like, oh, like, I really enjoy this, because it's coming home to yourself in a physical form. So definitely hop on board, and shout out to my cluster, the people that did it with me from day one to day done. And I hope we all are, me, myself included, because sometimes I fall off or want to do other exercises when I'm not doing the challenge, or when I'm not like in the mood for yoga. I like want to do something else, and then I get stuck on to something else. Just revert back to it. Come back to her other videos. She has single videos. They're not just the yoga challenge videos. Watch her other videos and get your life, girl. Get your tone, girl. Get your holistic, centered energy popping, girl. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back with some other shenanigans soon enough. All right, bye.